Okay, welcome to the next video lecture of mechanical engineering materials. Okay, we learn about periodic table. We learn about classification of elements. Now it is the question now why the atoms in the same elements are bonded together. Bonded together means why these elements exist in a form of solid, whether it is a solid or liquid or gas. Some sort of interatomic forces exist between the atoms. What is the nature of that force? That is what holds the atoms or molecules of a solid together. म्हणजे सॉलिड स्टेटमध्ये जे ॲटम्स आहेत ते ॲटम्स मधला फोर्स ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन काय आहे आणि वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे फोर्सेस ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन कुठले कुठले असू शकतात. कारण सगळेच एलिमेंट्स मेटॅलिक असतील असं नाही. आपण क्लासिफिकेशनमध्ये पाहिलेलं आहे. एलिमेंट्स कॅन बी आयदर मेटल्स, सिरॅमिक्स ऑर पॉलिमर्स. याच्यामध्ये प्रत्येक ॲटम हा दुसऱ्या ॲटम बरोबर कुठल्या फोर्सनं बाइंड केलेला असतो. लेट अस ट्राय टू लर्न अबाउट दिस फोर्सेस. This is fundamental knowledge and everybody must know this fundamental knowledge. So fundamentally speaking, there are four types of bonds, that is ionic bond, covalent bond, metallic bond, and very weak bond, that is van der Waals forces, which normally exist in inert gases. Let us try to have some revision of all these. Ionic bonding. Atom and ion, they are different. Every atom tries to attain a stable configuration. For example, sodium, its electronic configuration is, it has 11, sodium's atomic number is 11 and its electron configuration is shown here as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. The last outermost subshell has only one electron, which we regarded it as valence electron. Now how this sodium atom will try to become stable? Stable configuration it always try to achieve. Stable configuration means outermost shell has that many number of electrons which is equal to the capacity of that particular subshell. See here, for sodium atom, the subshell P, 2p, it is completely filled with 6 electrons and the outermost subshell has only one electron. Its capacity is actually 2. That means it has tendency to donate this electron. By donating this electron, this sodium atom will become positively charged. Why it will become positively charged? Electrons are negatively charged particles. If one electron is lost, the nucleus which contains same number of protons, that is 11 protons, the electron and proton balance will get disturbed. That is electric nature will get disturbed. That is number of protons, that is positive charge is more as compared to negative charge. That's why by donating this outermost electron, sodium atom will become positively charged sodium ion. Every atom tries to achieve this stable configuration. Like the same way, chlorine, which atomic number is 17, see the electronic configuration. The outermost shell has 5 number of electrons while its capacity is 6. This chlorine atom has tendency to accept 1 electron to fill the capacity of this outermost subshell. Now after accepting 1 electron, again electric charge will get disturbed. Number of electrons are more compared to the number of protons. Sodium atom will get converted to negatively charged chlorine ion. See, that means every element has tendency to attain stable configuration. See, sodium donates one electron while chlorine accepts one electron. Thus, a bond exists between sodium atom and chlorine atom. Sodium donates, chlorine accepts. This strong bond which exists between sodium ion and chlorine ion is called ionic bonding. If we refer for the properties of the sodium atom, sodium is very active in nature. Active in the sense we cannot store this sodium in open air. If I keep it in open air, it rapidly oxidizes. That is, it catches fire immediately. That's why sodium is always preserved in kerosene. केरोसिन मध्ये टाकून त्याला प्रिझर्व करावं लागतं. While chlorine is a poisonous gas. And see the result of this combination. NaCl. NaCl, what we call it as it is a table salt. आपण दररोजच्या आयुष्यामध्ये जे मीठ खातो, मीठ is nothing but NaCl. It is a table salt. The previous properties of sodium and chlorine, they are totally changed after an ionic bond is established between them. This particular force of attraction that exists between sodium and chlorine ions by donating or by accepting electrons is called ionic bonding. These are some of the properties of this ionic bonding. You can refer there. Okay, now let us go to the next one. Covalent bonding. See, to understand this covalent bonding, I have quoted here the example of NH3 gas. NH3. It is ammonia gas. Now, you can more understand about this nature with reference to the electron configuration. See how they behave here. Sodium has only one electron in its outermost shell. In order to fill its capacity, it requires one more electron, while this nitrogen requires three more electrons to fill its capacity, outermost shell capacity. How they behave? Nitrogen reacts with three hydrogen atoms. Now, what is the nature of reaction? All these hydrogen atoms shares their one electron with nitrogen. In turn, nitrogen accepts all these three electrons, or nitrogen shares its one electron with these three hydrogen atoms. The resultant is the formation of NH3 or famous ammonia gas, or you can simply understand this with respect to this hydrogen gas too. Hydrogen alone hydrogen atom has only one electron. Two hydrogen atoms will come together, which leads to the formation of S2 molecule. म्हणजे हायड्रोजनचा जो गॅस असतो तो कायमस्वरूपी हायड्रोजन मॉलिक्यूलच्या फॉर्म मध्ये असतो. See, this is called sharing of electron. Covalent bond or the force of attraction exists between these different elements by sharing electrons. Electrons are shared between elements. See, other examples are also quoted here. Chlorine gas, fluorine gas. They exist in a form of molecules because of this special electronic configuration. Now, due to their electronic configuration, they are tempted to share their electrons. And sharing of electrons results into the formation of force of attraction that is called covalent bonding. You can refer for this also. Now the next type of bond is metallic bond, which we are very much interested in. There is neither donation or acceptance of electron. There is neither nor sharing of electrons exist in metals. Still, the metal atoms are bonded together. The reason behind this is every atom in a metal donates their valence electron to some particular cloud. We call this as electron cloud. And this cloud is not a property of any individual any individual atom. This cloud is a property of entire metallic mass, and this cloud is free to move, maneuver throughout this metallic mass. See, try to understand this. All atoms donate their valence electron to the electron cloud. This electron cloud is not a property of any individual atom. This electron cloud is free to move throughout the metallic mass. Because of this reason, all these metallic elements are good conductors of heat and electricity. This force of attraction of every atom towards this electron cloud is called metallic bonding. Okay, and the last one is van der Waals forces. I have not shown here the slide for this van der Waals forces because these forces are very weak in nature. Now you have to understand these van der Waals forces with reference to inert gases. Which are those inert gases? You can refer the periodic table. This last row is of inert gases, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon. All of them have stable electron configuration, that is outermost shell is completely filled of electrons, but still these atoms exist in a form of molecules. These molecules is because of these van der Waals forces. Van der Waals forces are nothing but nucleus is always positive because of proton. This positive nucleus of one atom is attracted towards negative electrons of neighboring atom. See, this force of attraction is very poor, but still inert gases exist in a form of molecules. It is because of this van der Waals forces. Okay, these are some of the bondings that exist in solid elements. We are very much interested in metallic bonding only. Okay, thank you.